I hate this. Now they can hear me. Hey guys. Hey nobody. Because there's nobody nobody listening. Still can't hear you. Not yet. Yeah, now they can. Maybe. Say something?
Something.
Yeah, they can hear you now. Alright, that was a little blip there. But not unexpected, obviously, when coming to this live stream. That pissed me off.
Good Lord.
What?
Not, I can't say on.
He doesn't like you guys. Alright, so guys, we're just doing a quick little show tonight. If anyone's listening, or if anyone is listening in the future. Allegedly, yeah. That's the plan. We only have 4 stories. We've got a really quick second half with me, or second half, quote unquote, where we typically have the second half. We're just gonna run straight through it. Yeah. So. Or now that I think about it. Oh wait, we don't have a weekly poll for next week.
Let's not do one. Take a break from the poll for the holiday.
That's our Christmas present to ourselves.
Christmas present to me. I don't want to spend a half hour trying to figure it out.
All right, well, then I'll do that under the conclusion that we do a second half, but we don't stop recording. I'll just take like a little pause and then we'll just keep going. And then I'll just come in and fill that in later with the intro because it doesn't really change anything. It'll be a really short second half. But it just makes it easier for me to edit it.
What are you talking about?
I still want to put the music in, the halfway music. So I'm just going to like take a break and then but not like stop recording. I'm just going to take a quick little
Why?
Just because it makes it easier to edit for me. Because I can like find that one area. Because I just copy and paste the music into one file. And that way I can like delete it and find it. Please. It'll take like 2 seconds. I'm just going to be like, right after this break. And welcome back, everybody. Like, we're not even actually going to stop. Which is how we should actually do it if we were prepared, typically. That's how I would do it, but we're always, like, trying to figure out what to talk about in the second half still. But it's not going to
I love how you've just completely turned this into a whole show.
It's not. But I don't want to do, like, the 20-second show like we were talking about, like, joking about. Like, I don't want it to be that show where it's, like, just one 15-minute thing and then, like, that's it. It will be, but it's just going to be split up now. So it's kind of like we're doing a show, but we're kind of cheating because we're not actually doing a full show. That way it has like it's like a facade.
Right. Let me get a drink. Hold on a second. Be right back.
You guys get what I'm saying, right? Come on. Is anyone out there?
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. It's like the illusion of a real show because... hey, we did a second half, but really it's only 15 minutes long. The show's only 15 minutes long, but it looks like a real show because we do a first half and we do a second half. I think that's perfect logic. Anyone joining us, which I don't know if there is or not. Yeah, we're recording a show. It's going to be a really short show. I was just explaining to Bob, I think we should still do a second half because that way it appears that we're doing a real show, right? Like it appears like, oh, they're doing a second half. It's a real show. But it's only going to be like each first half is only going to be probably 15 minutes long. And then the second half will be like 10 or 15 as well. I think it's perfect logic, Bob.
What?
I've been explaining to the nobodies out there that, because there's no one listening, my idea. I think it's perfect. We do like a 15-minute first half and like a 15-minute second, or 10-minute, probably 10 minutes actually, because we have like nothing to talk about in the second half. But that way it still has the appearance of a real show, even though it's not. I think it's amazing. I think it's brilliant. Ooh.
If you say so.
Put a semicolon there. Are you ready then?
Yep. So, did you already record Marcus? Or are you,
shit.
Are you here?
I thought you were talking to me for a second. I was like, I thought you were saying, did you already record Marcus? I'm like, I don't think Marcus was on this week's show. It was definitely going to be longer than 15 minutes if Marcus is on it.
So you are skipping out. You're running short, coming over here to look for some ideas. I'm sure you already know what we're talking about anyway. There's a couple big stories, and I think that's it.
Mm-hmm. I was just listening to your Velocistumble episode again. Did you re-ride Gringotts or no? If you didn't, then I'm really disappointed because you have to give it another chance. But you didn't talk about it, or at least not to the part that I got to. And I don't recall if you did because I listened to it when it came out like a month ago, but that was a good episode. Did you listen to that one, Bob? Do you remember if you re-rode Gringotts?
Yeah, I haven't listened to any podcasts in a while. Slacking on podcast listening.
All right, I think Marcus literally just jumped in and he's gone now.
He ran away already.
Yeah, he like came in and was like, hey, and left. Maybe he's just typing out a whole thing about Gringotts.
Anything is possible.
Do. All right, he's got 5 seconds, or I'm gonna just record the show. Speak now, forever hold your peace, Marcus. All right, you ready for the show then? Oh,
there he is.
All right, that has nothing to do with anything I just said. Who is Jake?
Jake?
Yeah, Jake from State Farm. Maybe he's drunk.
He might be.
That fits the name of the show. Is that all we get? That's all we get. Jake is great. That's it. And then he leaves. Maybe we're just delayed. Maybe he's just delayed. Did somebody mention something about Jake? Did you say anything about Jake?
I don't recall.
Is Jake relevant? Like, is that a story we're talking about or something?
I don't know.
I'm really thinking it's Jake from State Farm.
Oh, that's right. They have the guy from
Oh,
on.
isn't he the COO or something? Oh, so that was just a brag. I see.
Yeah, he's just bragging. That's all.
You could at least say this position, Marcus, because I knew that. All right. Well, if you're not going to talk to us, then we'll just go. If you're going to brag about Jake.
He just wants to brag to us.
Yeah. We're going to get somebody cool on, and I'm going to just start spamming their chat with.
We're going to
their
get
Discord.
Anton Schwarzkopf.
Yeah, we're going to bring him back from the dead. Have him on the show. Just for us, too. He's not going to come. He's going to be like, that's it. Just because you talk. All right, you ready?
There's a video on Twitter of Dutch Wonderland's winter thing, and kind of regretting that I didn't go.
Does it look that good, really?
I mean,
are you still going to KD for Winterfest at all? For New Year's Eve?
yeah, I'm planning on it.
All right. I'll be there, obviously. And I think RC in the chat that I mentioned that I added, he'll be there. He said he'd like to meet you. What's the weather looking like New Year's Eve?
Who knows?
That could be very important to whether or not the rods operate.
It's actually, really seriously, is
Oh,
looking...
61. That could be good.
Check out the video, man. It's like...
Oh, holy crap.
good.
I just remember one that we forgot. Are we
What?
going to bring up Adventureland getting bought?
Oh, jeez.
You sent me I'm like, Palace Entertainment. Oh, yeah. Like, I don't know why I thought of Palace because it's Dutch at Wonderland, I guess. That looks good, yeah. I don't know. I'm not a big, like, Christmas light fan. Like, it's just never been my thing, I guess. I mean, I like them, but it's not like... There's only been a few displays that have ever been like, holy crap, this is awesome. Like, King's Dominion is kind of like, meh. The only thing that really King's Dominion is nice is the Eiffel Tower, I think. That's cool.
I like my Christmas lights.
You what?
I like Christmas lights.
Yeah. There's a really cool house near me that's like one of the HGTV houses.
I don't like
really cool.
static lights, I should say. Like, I like lights that do something.
Yeah, there's this cool thing. There's this one cool Christmas light display at Meadow Events Park, which is right next to King's Dominion, and it's a drive-through lights, and they actually sync it up to music in your car, and that's really cool. I like that.
Yeah, there's a Butler County Fairgrounds outside of Pittsburgh does that.
Yeah, I like
That's
that.
really cool.
That's a cool festivity. I like. Oh, holy night! Are we ready to go, or what?
You're gonna have to edit this.
Did you find the link for the Adventureland thing? All is calm. All is bright. Come, young sir. I can't even comprehend that tomorrow is Christmas.
I know.
Or Christmas Eve, but Christmas pretty much.
Well, it's actually Christmas Eve now.
It is. Wow, Bob. That is some meta. Oh my god. I'm still getting rear-ended by my company. Not paying me.
I mean, what are they gonna do? Like, banks are closed.
Send it through. Automatic payroll.
Yeah, but that doesn't transfer until next business day.
That is true. Yeah, but
It's
I'm
not gonna show up
sure it's gonna-
until
Sunday?
Monday. Well, it might show up like after 9 in the morning. Because I don't know. Is
I don't think Christmas
the
Eve.
24th a holiday?
Yeah,
or
I don't know if
bank
that's.
holiday?
I don't think it's a bank holiday.
But well, I know Christmas Eve usually isn't. But is it observed?
That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. But they would have just. I think typically what the company does is if it is not. Where's my Richmond? All right. If it's not, they'll send it in the day prior to the holiday. Like if there's a holiday, so it would have come in yesterday if that was the case. Instead of waiting, delaying the payment, they'll just expedite.
So like it's not going to show up in your account in the middle of the night.
They're open.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is the systems won't update until like 6, 7, 8 a.m. or something like that.
Typically I get it right at midnight, but yeah. We shall see. Maybe sometimes it gets a little delayed, I've noticed. We'll see. I'll look at the end of the show. Are you ready to do the show though?
Yep.
All right.
Oh wait, I guess I should probably open Audacity.
That would probably help.
Testing 1 2, testing 1 2.
I haven't tested yet, but I'm pretty sure. Oh wow, that's really loud.
You're pretty sure what?
I haven't tested yet, but I'm pretty sure everything's going smoothly. I haven't tested yet, but I'm pretty. Oh wait, hold up. Silly me.
Silly rabbit. Tricks are for kids.
What is it called, Bob?
What? What's what called?
Banana.
Banana. Nana. What is called banana?
Voice meter.
It's called it's called banana.
It's called Voice Meter Banana. That's the model I got. Yeah. I said a word.
Okay then.
Actually, I think the potato one is the one I want to use. Yeah, potato. Oh my lord. Hold up.
What?
I gotta enter my.
Really?
email. You didn't even have Audacity open.
And yet I'm ready.
But you weren't when I was ready.
Well, I'm ready and you're still not ready, so...
But I would have been ready and I wouldn't even realized I wasn't ready. So... Fuck you. Sorry, that wasn't to you. That was to this laptop that keeps... I'm not kidding. I swear it was not to you. Although I don't really care if it was directed at you. But God damn, shut the fuck up. I know I can't click on you.
You know we're live, right?
Yes, I do. Tonight the live stream will be rated R. It's already I already have it set not for kids, so I mean, worst case scenario, Marcus hears me drop the F-bomb.
He already left, I think.
All right, worst case scenario, nobody hears me drop the F-bomb.
What now?
Why is it not? All right, so it says send a challenge code. What does that mean? I'm not buying it. I gotta wait 40 seconds while this evaluates. So, how's your day been, Bob?
Yeah. Did you see there was a mass shooting at a mall today?
I did.
It's craziness.
This is America.
Yep. That's about all. That's like all you can really say to that anymore. Tumblebug, when did you send an audio file? Is that recent?
What? Oh. Tumblebug. Did you send it to me? Because if you send it to me, that's probably why. Because I don't look at my email that much. And that's not good. I should. But if you send it to both of us, then... Are you Eric Jones? Yeah, I think that's spam.
If it was, you just like reveal his identity to everybody.
Well, I'm going to say his name anyway.
I mean, first name's one thing. Oh, yeah. He sent it to you. He said.
Okay, so... What is said name? Is it Derek? Is that you? Is it an audio file? Alright, that's definitely not it, because this is somebody ranking their B&M hypers. I like the... I'm going to read this guy's response. I feel like I should read this on the show, actually. I think he sent this in after the poll already ended. But I still want to read his top 10. That's kind of... He sent in his B&M hypers, and he gave us like a good little like explanation next to each one.
All right. Why is Judge Judy trending?
Because it's Judge Judy. Why isn't she never trending? She should always be trending. That woman's awesome. Oh, I see Tumblebug. It said, Tumblebug says, "Hello, James. It's me, the ghost of Tumblebug. I'm a huge fan of the show and I'd love for you to include my audio file. P.S. Be sure to tell Bob I'll return one day." Shall return one day. I like that. That was funny. That made me chuckle.
Hello, Coaster Talk podcast listeners. It is me, the ghost of the Tumblebug. A block zone is a city in the train.
Right, well, I have the audio file. How am I going to play this so that Bob can hear it? Because I wasn't ready to do this tonight. This is why having somebody in the studio is better sometimes. I was about to say, I'll just play it on my speakers, but you're not going to hear that either. Let me think.
Mike, Merry Christmas.
Oh, they could hear. I was like, what? How does Mike hear? How did Mike know?
Mike, do you know what if you're not familiar, a block zone?
Okay, we'll get the stories from the Tumblebug. I like that. We could do like a little segment every day, every week with the Tumblebug. It could be fun.
Is this the Conneaut Lake Tumblebug?
I would imagine so.
I guess.
I don't know if one that you care more about. So.
One that, I mean,
it's reaching out
I care
to you,
about the Kennywood one because it's the only one left.
It's reaching out to you. It says, "I'll be back one day." Don't worry.
Yeah.
We'll be back again one day. Frosty the Tumblebug. All right, I'm just going to send you the audio file and you can listen to it. And then we'll pretend like you're listening to it as well, because I don't know how else to do this. Or like right when I say I'm listening to it, you can listen to it too. And like,
Okay.
and then if it's off because you're like listening to it a little bit later than I am, we'll fix that in post production. Because I'm not sure how else to do this right now. I can't set up like a mixer and have it go through to you.
Apparently, the Judge Judy episode today must have been like pretty wild because that's what everybody's talking about.
Everybody and their mama. Yeah, James. Yeah, awesome. Oh, great. I'm trying to send it to you on Discord. Let's see if this works. I don't know if it might be too big. It's a pretty short clip though. Alright, this is starting to irritate me. Did I not download it? Oh, I didn't download it, that's why.
Hey, Cam.
Hey! It's sent. If you want to listen to it real quick. I'm going to listen to it too. Oh man, that was... You said what? And I just got an OnlyFans promo, speaking of. I looked at my email. I was like, wait. Why did I get an OnlyFans thing? And it was like, subscribe now. I'm like, no. All right. I got an OnlyFans email on my James at Kosher Talk podcast account. Like a spam email saying like, speaking of, you just said something about promo, and I was like, yeah, speaking of promos. All right, we got Bob's permission, guys. We're good.
We have 5 people here. You were saying nobody would show up.
I didn't think they would. I don't have faith in my audience, I guess.
I have faith in them.
But the main thing was I didn't want to change, but it's okay. That was the main reason I didn't want to go live. All right. Who's ready to go live? Let me test my microphone first because it's not working, so that would suck if I had done that.
It would.
All right, I think it's working now. Let's see. Hey, guys. Welcome to Kosher Talk Podcast. Wouldn't it be nice if things just worked?
It would.
Would
I'm not ready. I'm not even at my family's yet.
That's
I'm
awesome.
stuck here.
That's awesome. I really.
Hell, less than 24 hours ago, I was still working.
Working 9 to 5.
Pallet.
What a way of living. Oh no, my mixer's not wanting to cooperate. Oh boy. I literally recorded an entire show with Timmy last week with this mixer. That was the only way I could have recorded the show and it worked fine, but then now it's going to be a jerk. Hey. 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 Hello. I'm going to try closing out the program. Hey guys, what's up? James here. Gonna throw down a beat. Nope, not working. All right, I'm gonna give it like 3 more seconds, and I'm gonna just record on with my mic without the mixer. Hey, just work, please. Hey, what's up? Peace, 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 peace. Doesn't make sense, Bob. It really doesn't. Explain it to me. Explain it to me. Hey. Hey. It doesn't. Hello. 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 All right, I'm just recording with my mic. That's all right. USB. All right. You ready? I'm ready. I cannot hear you. Wait. Might be me. Stop it. Stop it. It might be me. I don't know why it would be me, but it might be me. Say something. Might not be me. It might be you.
Something?
Nah, now I heard you. All right. It's on my default setting. I don't know why my default setting is not the microphone I have plugged in, but it's whatever.
Oh, my God.
We're ready.
Are we? Are you really for real sure this time?
Hold up real quick, actually. Okay.
Santa's coming, man.
Santa's coming in a Cadillac. Ready? Are you ready?
Are you ready?
I keep saying it.
Oh.
Damn it.
Spend 15 minutes fixing all this broken shit. 3, 2.
Welcome back, everybody, to another week of Coaster Talk Podcast. My name is James Barber.
And I'm Bob Mertz. I almost forgot my name.
You took a weird pause there, yeah. I was like, did you forget your name? Or can you not hear me? Or what's going on? We just fixed this issue.
Man, my brain's is just gone. Work has sucked everything out of me.
Yeah, I understand that. We're recording late, but it's late because both of us were busy up until this point, and so we actually just hopped on about midnight.
Well,
and we're recording a short little show for you guys tonight.
We were just waiting so that we could say we are recording this show on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, to show how much we care about you guys. We're bringing you a Christmas Eve special. We don't take weeks off, even though we were really considering it.
It almost happened.
But no, we love you guys. Nope, that's the sentiment we want to set here. We love you. We're bringing you content despite it being Christmas Eve here. And so, again, this is going to be quite a short episode. We're planning on it. Well, we're planning on being quite a short episode.
That's the plan.
We'll see what happens. We'll see if Bob gets in any rants here. But yeah, let's jump right on into some news here with Adventureland. Actually, 2 stories out of Adventureland.
Good Lord.
Yes, this park is in for it.
This kind of came out of nowhere. All of a sudden,
I mean,
Palace Entertainment is buying Adventureland.
And in retrospect, now looking back on it, it doesn't surprise me that this sort of move
I know
comes.
that's the weird thing. It fits.
Yeah, we didn't really call it for sure. This one, this wasn't in our bingo card for sure for this year.
Yeah, there's a lot of people say, and there's always, every time something like this happens, there's always the obligatory, oh, I wish it was Cedar Fair that bought it. But you know what? Taking a step back, I have my issues with Palace, but if you look at all the chains right now, Palace is still probably the best chain to buy out an independent park like this. I don't think the 3 big ones with Cedar Fair, and Six Flags are anywhere near safe for buying out an independent park. I mean, I'd rather all independent parks stay independent. Well,
we will dive into that one in a second, right?
Yeah,
because there's a little bit of a issue with it being said independent.
Yeah.
But look on the bright side here with this accusation. Acquiring of Adventureland, the Adventureland Platinum Pass stock just went up. The value of that thing just went way through the roof.
Here's the thing: what about the people that paid $450 for it? Like, are they going to get a refund, or
are they going to get? Well, no. What's happening is actually it's being accepted at all Palace parks now.
I know, but Palace parks aren't like there's no way. I can't see any way Palace keeps their Platinum Pass at Adventureland that high. So that's the thing. That prices drop.
Maybe they do just for this year. Keep it up that price and then drop it back down once the year's expired.
I don't know. I don't know. That's kind of I'm really that is one thing I'm really curious
left
about.
And right if they don't.
Maybe they'll be the only Palace Platinum Pass that actually gets you discounts at all of the parks.
That would be awesome. You had to spend $450 for it, but you finally got one. So yes, John Riley, the COO of Palace Entertainment, was one of the individuals who broke this news to the community of Iowa that they're acquiring the resort Adventureland. Again, this doesn't really surprise me looking back on it, but it was a bit of a shell shocker there when it first happened. A lot of people were surprised.
I think this could be good. I think this could definitely be a good thing for them.
Yeah, and there's a divide, I think, in the community on that issue of whether or not that's the right move. I've seen some people saying, please, God, have mercy on this park. Palace Entertainment's acquired it. And then some people are like, yeah, whatever.
I see that's the problem is I don't think we could sit here and 100% say exactly where Palace is right now. I mean, my attitude, last year my attitude towards them was terrible. Now all of a sudden, I actually look at them pretty positively.
Your P's, yeah.
Because it looks like they are improving things and they are listening to an extent. I still think it was a shitty did with the kangaroo and pulling all those rides and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I am Palace is doing some great things with the TLC stuff in the parks, just amazing. They are really, Kennywood is a much better experience than it was a year or two ago. By far, just being in that park, it is just a much better experience in itself. But my big concern, and I can't say, oh, this is exactly what's going to happen, but I'm still concerned that Kennywood is going to be they're being forced to shift away from that independent park maintenance type setup that they've had, and they're going to like chain park mentality with maintenance, and I'm afraid that is going to long term affect the quality of their woodies. That's my fear. That's my only fear right now with Palace. Is just that, and I think there's things that have been evident. I think I talked about that in previous episodes, so I'm not going to dive into it.
I was like, all right, we can get to a rant here early, Bob, but
no, I'm not.
Speaking of long shows, all right, well, Adventureland, let's quick hit it. Second story we have is the actual incident report came out in regards to the River Rapid attraction. This is from the Iowa Division of Labor. There were 17 codes and rules that were broken by the park in their operation of the River Rapid ride. They were kind of gun decking certain requirements, saying that they were fulfilled or going and not sufficiently repairing the ride, and then saying it was repaired. I mean, I don't know if we need to go through all 17 exactly, but just know that there's an entire incident report we have linked.
The thing about this is
show notes.
If you look at these, this is basically like almost everything they list here is basically a reference to a violation of ANSI or ASTM.
Yes.
And that's just, it's unreal, and especially to that level.
Yeah, because we talked about there just being negligence from the park management in terms of how they train their operators. But we had no idea all of this was also to blame.
Yeah, so apparently this is one thing. This is one of the things that really shocked me, and I don't fully understand what went on with this. But they welded steel plates to the bottom of their rafts, which was not in any way approved by the manufacturer at all.
Yeah. They also use Flex Seal to repair leaks. That was a funny one, to be honest. But I mean, I'm sorry to laugh.
Did it actually say? Did it actually say that by name?
Yes.
Oh, well, how did I miss that?
Yeah. The bladder repairs did not have manufacturer approval patches. The product's Flex Seal was used to repair leaks. It's the fourth safety breach. That one made me laugh. But, I can just imagine.
Oh, it's okay. You're reading. I was reading the third page. Okay. That.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's that. Yeah, that's pretty much all.
That's all that needs to be said when we're talking about this. I mean, we talked about negligence from a managerial and supervisional standpoint with regard to the employees, but their maintenance department is, I'm sure, in for it as well, because this is unacceptable. Yeah.
So they actually, this is actually, we talked about this when the accident happened, and how, all of the rapids rides that we've ever seen have either somebody monitoring the entire path with video, or there's actually people in lookout towers that are supervising the ride.
Yes.
It actually does say that here, that
Yep.
This is safety order number 11. No continuous direct supervision of ride patrons during ride cycle.
Yep.
Code rule 875.62.61.
And as I said, the inadequate ride operator and attendant training is one of the breaches as well. That was
that's the thing is, I don't think this. It seemed to me that this was like the park just didn't even care about supervising the entire ride cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Because they just didn't have people there. I mean, the park would have to station people there.
Yeah.
And they clearly didn't. I mean, when emergency responders are running to the ride, and the ride op has no idea that there's an incident occurring on the ride, and the first responders already there, there's clearly major issues.
Yeah. There's obviously a communication error for sure. Yeah, so this ride is just filled with 17 to be exact, but just so many errors and just incorrect operating procedures.
So one thing I want to point out to you, if you go to the show notes, there's a link to the news story In that news story, you'll see there's a line that says, among the violations documented by inspectors, and it lists some of the violations, but there's a link on that violations documented.
Yes,
Click
that's
that,
the
and it
actual
will actually
incident
take
report.
you to the document that shows all of the violations, and it also shows what is required before they reopen this. And I think it's pretty safe to say that this was, in my mind at least, this has to be a major factor into why the park was sold to Palace.
I agree.
Because I think this is far and above what the family was going to be able to deal with, and I think the reputation is just tarnished.
Yeah, I think that's what it comes down to, and that's why, looking back on it, it makes sense. I mean, if something major had to occur for this park's reputation to be healed, and I think that's what this is. This is an attempt for Adventureland to make a new name for itself. Hey, we got a new company. You know, I'm sure Palace will come in and say, "Look, look at our track record. We have a great internal." I don't think they do external training, but we have a great internal training department. You know, we train our ride staff great at all our other parks, and we have a great maintenance.
And
whatnot.
they have multiple rapids rides
Exactly. And
that,
maintain and
in their
operate them
portfolio. So
fantastically. So, yeah, because I don't think they do IROC, so I think it's an internal rides training. So that's probably what we'd see from them. But again, they could point to that and say we've done a great job. Here it is. Here's our track record. Yeah, so Adventureland sold off, and most likely, I think, as a direct consequence of this incident.
So, moral of the story is don't flex seal your rapids rides.
Yeah, please. Whew, all right, Universal Studios has announced that all of their parks, effective December 24th, will have to you will have to wear masks indoors while at them.
That is today, Christmas Eve.
Yeah, so
if you're listening to this, it is now effective.
It is now effective. You are now, when visiting, required to wear a mask at the park.
So it's indoors and in queue lines.
Correct.
So if you're walking around the park outside, you don't have to have a mask. I think they recommend it, but you don't have to wear the mask. I mean, this is obviously in response to Omicron spreading rapidly, extremely rapidly.
I also think it's
just spreading.
As a result of obviously the Christmas season being a huge travel time for for Universal and Disney and Orlando in general.
I think this is also playing into it. I actually read an article today that was saying that there's evidence that suggests that more than 50% of people that report having a cold actually have the Omicron variant of COVID.
Because the symptoms are very, very light.
Yeah, it's indistinguishable, they said, without actually getting a test for many people. But of course, I mean, the problem with this is the high contagious rate of this is, there's just the constant moving around can create issues. And, while many people have just the cold, not everybody does. And, you put people at risk. So I can certainly understand this. And, I mean, I think we're going to start seeing more of this.
Yeah, as we just talked about last week, me and Timmy, with Six Flags Magic Mountain requiring not only masks at all times, if they deem it a mega event, I believe is the term they used, also requiring you to have proof of vaccination or proof of a negative result within a day of your visit. I think it's possible we see parks start popping back up with these restrictions. And we'll see. I mean, I really hope. I mean, we've seen nations. I think Belgium, some of these nations are actually going back into lockdown state.
China's in a serious lockdown.
Yeah, I mean, so hopefully we don't see that arise again. We may. We'll see. But just be happy for right now that it's simply these small little tweaks of masks indoors and.
Yeah, I think the biggest fear is just the hospitals. There's already areas that the hospitals are overwhelmed again. and that's unfortunate.
Mhm.
But I think that's what everything kind of boils down to, is maintaining that, to the point where the hospitals can actually
Yeah, healthcare needs to be
control it.
able to
Um,
control exactly.
Yeah, because if everybody got it at the same time, we just don't have the healthcare resources to deal with that.
New. So that's our little update from Universal. Hopefully that doesn't put a dent in anyone's trip plans. I don't think it should. I think, again, I was in California. That was the notion and the requirements when I was in California. Six Flags, Magic Mountain. You go in a shop, you have to put a mask on, whatnot. So it was fine, not a big deal. But yeah, so that's what's going on at Universal. Hopefully your trip plans aren't changed by that too drastically, and you're good to go down to Florida. So, update from our friends across the sea here in the Middle East. Six Flags Qiddiya moving forward.
$1 billion.
Yes. $3.7 billion, actually.
Well, that's in the Saudi Arabia. It's $1 billion US dollars.
7.7, yes, Saudi Arabian dollars.
Yeah, so the contract signed. That's how much money they have right now. As I've been saying, there's no reason to think this park is not happening. There's also no reason to think Falcon's Flight is not happening. These are happening.
Yep. That's it.
Saudi Arabia is just trying to get tourism. That's what they know. Oil is not going to last. It's not going to sustain them forever. And tourism is what they're trying to do. And in order to do that, they have to create something that you can't get in America. And that's, they're going to throw all the money at it.
I mean, and you think this probably puts no more than a little dent in the fortune of some of these princes and leaders in the country. So
right, yeah, they have. Oh my God, that country has so much money, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, so I think we could be seeing rapid expansion from even what we're looking at with the park already now in a couple of years.
And that's the thing is, I think everybody looks at it as like, oh, you build this and then you're not going to have the attendance. Like, they don't care. They're going to keep building it. Even if people don't come, they're going to keep building it until people come.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's not like over here where
this isn't Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come. If they build it, they don't come. They don't care. They're just
they're just going to keep building it. Like that's the thing
until they come.
This isn't. They're not building this to make money immediately. They're building this as
this is a long-term
future.
investment.
Yeah, it's a long-term investment, and they're just going to keep throwing money at this until people in America decide to, go on that side of the moral dilemma and visit them. That's.
Which, I can't lie. If I had the money, I might be. This park looks incredible.
I will say this. There are so many people right now that are saying there's no way I'd ever go to.
Yeah, so at least I'm being forward about it, right? I'm not gonna lie.
but that's the thing. Like, there's so many people in like Reddit forums and stuff. There's no way I'd ever do that. But like, I guarantee you, at least half the people that are saying that right now, in 5 or 10 years, we're gonna see them go.
There are F1 race car style go-karts. Come on. You're gonna go. What? That's just so cool. There's just yeah.
Fortunately, I'm not going to be able to afford it, so I don't have any chance of getting to that.
That's what I'm saying. We got to start the Bob to Saudi fund.
No.
We'll all chip in and we'll get you there. But yeah, this park it looks incredible, and again, it's took a major step. This past. I don't know when this was actually ended up being released, but this past week, we'll just say. Last news
it's been
story.
under construction, so
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Here's another thing. I think I can successfully predict this. I have a feeling that this park will not repair anything with Flex Seal.
No. What's like the top of the line brand of Flexio? Maybe that, like the really expensive kind. Maybe that, but
I'll just throw it. Their raft gets a hole, they throw it away.
Yeah,
Maybe
buy
buy
a
a new-
whole new damn raft. There's just tear the ride down and build a new one, maybe. Well, that one raft is bad. Let's get this. We're not get a new ride now.
They'll sell it to LaRonde.
They'll take it. All right. So if you recall, probably a few months ago, we talked about Bell's Amusement Park in Oklahoma, and the fact that it's returning because it had been discontinued. It would not operating for quite a while, and the community brought it back. The original family had brought it back, and they were excited to actually. They were relocating to Broken Arrow, but it was still a return of a park that had been a part of the community for quite some time, and everyone was very excited about it. But now, the residents of this area in Broken Arrow that the park's being built near, the residents of said area are actually petitioning. Some of them, let me say that, I don't think it's everyone, but some of them are actually petitioning to limit the project and to not have it implemented in their community. They think it'll affect them noise-wise and just increase throughput in the area-wise. Could be congested area. So they actually put together a poll, I believe, a petition on change.org to kind of boycott the project.
Yeah, they're gonna write your name down.
Yeah.
I mean, really.
And if you think it's pretty funny, they're using the Wally World. The park's closed. That's kind of funny. Not gonna lie. But
This is my thoughts on this after reading this article. First of all, I do want to say this. I don't want. There's a lot of people that are saying, "Oh, I can't believe, like, why would they oppose it like that? They just need to get out of the way." It's okay. Hold up a little bit, because first, understand this doesn't necessarily apply, but I want to get this out first. We can't sit here and say, "Look, Kings Island existed before the developments there, and Busch Gardens existed before the developments there. So the park has the right of way, and the residents chose to move near the park." This is the opposite. So we can't go the other way and start saying, "Oh, these guys have no right to argue against this." I want to get that out there.
yeah.
They have the right to do this. However, in this instance, from what I'm reading, this seems pretty pathetic, and I don't think it's going to go anywhere.
Uh-huh.
Because like they had a meeting about this, but it was like closed doors, and they weren't letting people in. It was only for the homeowners in the area, and like it just seemed really weird. It's like that's not how you. I don't know.
My thoughts are, first, I think they're overplaying the nuisance that this park will pose to the community, first off. But second off, it's not actually, like, the way it seems is as if they're just plopping the park down right in the neighborhood. It's actually in, like, an interchange. It's not actually directly adjacent to these neighborhoods, apartments, subdivision areas. So it's not actually posing a direct threat to those areas in terms of congestion and traffic and noise and all of those that they list in the complaint. So I'm again, I think this is an overstatement. I think it's an exaggeration a little bit of an embellishment of the actual issues that the park will pose to the nearby area. And I understand.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times what happens is there is that fear that it could grow and become a bigger park, and then what? And then, it is in this residential area. And I understand that, but this has always been, and I think it will be, at least in the short term here, next 10, 15,
I don't
20
know.
years even. It's a family park. That's what it's a small, it's meant to be for the families and the somewhat near area. That's even what they talked about.
Yes, but Adventureland just got bought out by Palace. I mean, I am kind of playing devil's advocate here.
I know, and I agree. I think there is that possibility, but I don't think that's, again, the current issue at hand. That's not what they're talking about. If that had been the complaint, we're afraid of it growing and becoming something larger, I could be like, sure. But they're saying right now, as of what is proposed, that is posing a direct threat to our community. And I don't agree with that. I think that's kind of a embellishment and an exaggeration of what this park's actually going to be.
I mean, whatever the fear is, they have a right to be afraid, and concerned about what the future is, how it might affect their property. They have that right. They were there first. But I really don't think there's, to me, it doesn't seem like this is a big deal. It seems like this is just a small group of people that aren't really going to have much power. I think there's a lot more community involvement with this park that would overrule it. Actually, I would be. I kind of feel like there might be some like angle of like legal extortion, where it's not so much, oh, we don't want to park here, but it's oh, what can we get out of these guys if they're going to bring a park here? Like, we can say, well, if you're going to bring a park here, then you owe us this, or this, you have to do this for us, or that's kind of, I kind of get more vibes of that this is like a group of residents that are just saying, hey, what can we get out of this?
Sure, yeah. But again, the park's going to be built. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Whether or not it's in this area, I guess, is yet to be determined, really. I mean, I think it will be. Eventually. Again, it could be, like Bob's saying, some sort of legal battle that unfolds, but I think we'll see it be built here soon, and the return of some really great rides and attractions will be following that as well, because I know Zingo is one of their big rides, coasters that they plan to rebuild. We had brought that up back when we talked about it, how they had basically taken the coaster apart, this massive wooden coaster, and they're going to rebuild it. So yeah, we'll see some great attractions flourish again. I think, no doubt. Not long. All right, so that about it for the first half of the show. Wow, I can't speak. That's about it for these. First half of the show. Is
speaking important for podcasts?
It is. It's important to audibly communicate with those, but sometimes I just can't when it's 1 a.m. and I worked a full day. But we're gonna go to the second half and really quickly hit some things we got to talk about there. Again, this show's pretty short, so we don't have much to talk about in the second half. But stick around because we do got some fun stuff right after this break. All right, and we're back, everybody. Welcome. Second half of the show. Real quick, I'm going to talk about Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. I finally got down there for Christmas Town this year, and I thought I'd just give a bit of a recap from my quick little visit down there Wednesday, the 23rd. Or excuse me, the 22nd. I went down there to get my third visit of the year, get that Passport to Thrills event secured so I can go get my Pantheon ERT. So that was nice. But, man, was the park packed. I was really shocked on a Wednesday. Especially on the Christmas week, I thought people would be spending time with family. I guess you could argue they're spending time with family at the park, but I was thinking more household celebration would be occurring, but it was whatever. It actually ended up not being too bad of a day, I'm not gonna lie. Despite the crowds, despite how busy it was, I was really expecting, oh man, I've been hearing all this crap about Busch Gardens not being able to handle crowds well, and they're short staffed, and they have restaurants closed randomly. None of that for me. I'm glad. I got to Marco Polo's Marketplace. That was great. They had fully staffed there. They had a couple registers open, so the line wasn't bad. I got to see their new show up on a rooftop, I believe. Is it San Marco? Or maybe I think that might be the DeFest House show. I don't remember what the San Marco theater show was called, but that was nice. They had a piano as like a background instrument, and they had a few singers out there singing. That was nice. Then I saw the DeFest House show, which I believe was up on a rooftop. And that was really good. They had some really great singers and dancers there. And then I got to see, which I think might be one of my favorite shows, period, Celtic Fire, but they had a Christmas spin on it. So as you guys know, Celtic Fire is always voted by USA Today one of the best top theme park shows out there. And I was like,
not ever discuss that poll again.
But I think there's some credibility with this when it comes to shows because it really is a fantastic show.
It is a really good show. And it's a really good show. It's just a horrible poll.
But they put a Christmas twist on it, so I was like, let's see, see how they spin it. And it was I think maybe even better than the regular one. It was really, really awesome. Hairs were standing up. It was just chilling. Great singing, great song. The dancing was fantastic, as always. So that was great. And then I got on the coasters, got on Finnegan's Flyer. Great ride. It was not a coaster, obviously, but I got on Polished Chariot and Invader. Didn't get on Verbolten because Verbolten was the only coaster that really had a bad line, which is surprising. A Polished Chariot, I think I waited tops 25 minutes for it the whole day, despite the crowds being really, really, really immense.
See,
and Invader, I waited like 15.
That right there would have just ruined my whole Busch Gardens experience. Going to Busch Gardens and not getting on Verbolten? No.
I
can't do it. Can't do it.
Yeah, that didn't really bother me whatsoever. I was actually expecting not to ride it that day because I know Verbolten always gets a long line. Yeah. So again, I experienced no really hindrance on my experience via short staff or just bad experience because overcrowded. I had a great time at Busch Gardens Williamsburg. Actually, one of the better trips I think I've had all year. So, job well done.
That's impressive.
Yeah, I even ran into Kevin, the park president. Shook his hand. I was really upset. I wanted to give him a card for the podcast and have him come on. But as soon as he walked away, I'm like, oh, nah. I didn't want to chase him down. Hey, come on the show, please. So I was like, next time. But yeah, I had a great little trip.
I actually got up to Hershey this weekend. And Hershey was very open. Everything at Hershey was very closed. It still ended up being a decent day. The problem was not only was it cold, it was also windy. So I did find out that Candemonium's bottom temp is 32 degrees. That's where they shut it down. However, in this case, it was 36 degrees, but it was down because it was 36 degrees and windy.
Wind chill, yeah.
Not wind chill, but windy. So the wind,
but there
wind
was
resistance
a wind chill.
Along with colder. Yeah, but yeah. Anyway,
I think
so.
I think that might have something to do with it.
Yeah, it's not actually wind chill though. It's the colder temperatures. Not even though it's above 32, but it's colder, runs slower, and stronger wind can resist it. Wind chill doesn't change the actual temperature at all.
No, but rides don't like to run in windy temperatures already, so that wind and the
right,
cold
it's the
combined.
Wind chill is just how we feel it.
Sure, yeah. If you want to, I was thinking
It's
about
windy
it.
and
I was applying it to the coaster itself, like the coaster doesn't want to run in wind, and on top of that, there's the chill.
Right, yeah, but that's not wind chill because the coaster doesn't.
I was using that's
chill.
my coaster terminology for it. That's what I'm calling it.
Okay.
I'm not
I'll
saying
let you
it's
have
the
that.
human body reception of cold. I'm saying it's applied to coaster. It's
anyway,
Long show?
even
Question mark?
Wildcat was down because of cold.
That's interesting.
Laugh
That's very interesting.
Track was running. Super Duper Looper was actually running. And good Lord, was that cold?
Yeah.
Oh my God,
I
that was
remember riding that
painful.
when we went, and I was freezing then.
Oh wow. Reese's Cup Fusion was running. I mean, there were a couple flat rides. Triple tires were down. Like it was it was crazy. But my sister and I actually went to the Hershey Story, which is a museum in town, and that was actually a really, really cool thing.
Did you go to the Chocolatier?
What's that?
Did you go to the Chocolatier?
We didn't. We tried.
Oh,
It was in our
no.
plans. They were when we went in. They were booked up for the next 5 hours.
Oh.
It was it was in our plans. We just couldn't get.
This was the trip, right? The trip that you were gonna go and have fun with it a little bit more.
Oh no.
Okay.
But yeah, so the Hershey story was actually cool. I recommend checking that out. It's not something you're going to do all the time, but I definitely recommend checking that out at least once. It's a cool little the just the history of
Flip through the past, yeah.
of Hershey and how it was built, and Milton Hershey was just a really great guy. The one thing that was interesting is they had like this huge time, and they actually had pictures along this timeline. Interesting when they got around like 1913, when the Spanish flu came in, and everybody in the pictures were wearing masks, like exactly like today. It was kind of interesting to just look at that, like way back, basically
100 years ago.
100 years ago, and the same exact thing was happening. It was kind of an interesting thing.
Yeah.
But the other thing we did is we actually went to the Sweet Lights drive-through. They have the Christmas light display that you drive through, and that was extremely impressive. It was actually really, really good. I highly recommend that.
All right.
But good day, even though we didn't get to reg.
Yeah. So real quick, we actually have, I don't want to call this the catch-up episode, but we do have a few things to catch up on. We got sent a voicemail from the ghost of the Tumblebug of Conneaut Lake, and we're gonna listen to that real quick right now.
Hello, Coaster Talk podcast listeners. It is me, the ghost of the Tumblebug, and I am here to remind you to listen to the Coaster Talk podcast live every Thursday.
Yes.
Also, for those of you unfamiliar, a block zone is a section of ride that only one train may occupy at a time.
Even the
At the end of
Tumblebug
the
knows
block
about block
zone, there's
zones.
a method to stop the train, in case the block zone ahead is still occupied. This is the safety system that prevents roller coaster trains from colliding with one another. Hashtag Save the Blue Streak. Hashtag Tumbili for President 2024. Hashtag Save Megas F.
There we go.
Tumbili is gonna be president.
I'm for it. I'm for it.
President Monkey Flip.
I'll vote for it. That'll be my vote for sure. And it also, Tumblebug sent in an email as well. Said is a huge fan of the show, and P.S. be sure to tell Bob I said hello and I will return one day. Bob, all is not lost, Bob.
His presence will be felt
someday. We also have a message from, I think is it Mike? It's Derek. Excuse me. Derek sent in a response to our show about a poll that we did quite a while ago, but I guess it just never got around to reading this, so I apologize. But I do want to read it out now because I think it's a good response. He gave a well thought out response, so it's worthy of making it onto the show despite not being the actual poll for this week. So as the top B&M hypercoaster, let me ask that. He ranked his right here, so here we go. Number 1 is Goliath at Over Georgia. He said it's a good mix of forces, floater airtime and strong airtime. Strongest airtime than the others. And the Helix gives great laterals, which I agree with. Candemonium does a lot of things well. It's a solid ride overall. That's his number 2. Number 3 is Mako, good overall and fantastic airtime. Behemoth at Canada's Wonderland's number 4. Lots of solid floater airtime. So I really agree. This is a great top 4 right here. Number 5, Apollo's Chariot. It's classic, and there's really nothing bad about it. He said, I prefer this just to the others below it. Diamondback would be higher, but the rattle is annoying and distracting. He said maybe the rattle
now I know why you're reading this.
He said maybe the rattle is theming, ? No, I think it's a good response, but I guess I do agree with it as well. But that's not why. I promise I would read it. Despite even if the order was reversed, I would have read it because again he gave a good thought out response. He wrote quite a bit. Number 7, he has Intimidator. He said a really good ride, but not amazing. Raging Bull is his number 8. Has a great first drop, a unique layout, and different forces than some of the others. Then number 9, Drum roll, please.
No, this is ridiculous.
It's not. I promise you. I literally did not even look at this list before I read it out tonight. I promise.
You lie.
I'm not lying. Derek, my man, respond. I forgot to read it out. I swear, and I just saw it literally because I was looking at Tumblebugs. He responded to me on. I wouldn't even looked at this email tonight had it not been for Tumblebug. So blame Tumblebug. The Tumblebug screwed you there, Bob. Number 9 is Nitro. And he gave a good response, but he said, I'm not feeling it. I don't feel like my butt left the seat once during my ride.
Oh my God.
I've only ridden it in the summer, so it's not like I was riding it in 30-degree weather at Holiday.
Oh my God, this is ridiculous.
Interestingly, my wife, who has already ridden, sitting right next to me, told me that the coaster gave ample airtime.
See?
So look, there he goes. He's giving you a little bit of a bone there. He's throwing you saying, hey, look, I understand. Like I got this. She said the same thing that your sister, or that you, like you said, and when we're sitting next to each other, and your sister, got bruises on her legs or whatever. He said the discussion on Nitro's airtime is irrelevant though, because you can go right across the park for some bona fide Stangle Intimate ejector airtime. So
that doesn't make it the worst B&M though. Like that's
It does. You don't leave your seat during the ride.
Oh my God.
All right, so let's actually get to the weekly poll for this week now. And again, Derek, apologize for not reading out that response. If you wanna, you didn't send one in for this one, but won't try to check my email more, because apparently we are not seeing some of these responses. So that's my bad if we missed anybody else. Our weekly poll this week was best park mascot. And we listed off 4, but we left it open to any others that you wanted to choose from. So we listed off Cosmo, the Indiana Beach Crow, Kenny the Kangaroo, or Holodog. Those are the 4 we listed, but again, there's a plethora of others that you had to choose from if you wanted to. Don't know if this is actually one, but our first response is Masky the mascot. I'm not familiar.
I don't know.
I think that's a joke. I'm just gonna pretend like that is a joke, and hopefully it is. Holodog is my favorite, but an honorable mention to Cosmo because he's awesome. Oh, never mind. Sorry, I didn't get to see after the because. It says because he's curvy. I imagine it said like because he's great or something, but it said because he's curvy. I had to click on read more. Holodog got 2 more responses from Airtime Mike and from Nick, who's a good friend of the show. Coaster Dude 16. Holodog got another response. Kenny the Kangaroo, but on all caps. So emphasis on Kenny the Kangaroo there. Really, really feels like that's the best one.
Shout out from the rooftops.
Yeah. Mickey Mouse. Disney. I got one.
That is not one I would have thought to say.
Yeah, but that is true. I mean,
technically.
And can you argue that's not the most iconic mascot of all time? I mean,
I know, really.
Is Kenny the Kangaroo really competing with Mickey here? I mean, I don't know. All right, somebody, I don't know. Somebody said, I don't know if this counts, but Harry Potter. My favorite books and my favorite movies, and Universal uses them quite a bit in their advertising. I mean, is it really it's not the park mascot. It was.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know if we're not gonna count that. I don't think we're gonna disqualify that. Sorry. But better luck next time. As much as I dislike Epcot, Figment. I didn't think about that one either. That's not a bad one. That's kind of an obscure one. I didn't really think of that at all.
Yeah.
Dog, Holodog. Okay, they just said dog, but I'm assuming they mean Holodog. And then lastly, Indiana Beach Crow got a vote. So there you have it. Those are some of people's favorites. Interesting enough, we didn't get any more Disney ones. I thought we'd see Mickey Mouse more, but no, just one Mickey Mouse vote there.
Nobody saying Merlin. The hell,
Bob. No Merlins. No Merlins. I'm surprised we didn't see any. I'm surprised we didn't see any like Sesame Street. Like I know that's not technically one, but I'm surprised with like Sesame Place being a park and then the Sesame Place Sesame Street areas in the parks of SeaWorld, we might see that, but I'm surprised we didn't see any of those. But yeah, interesting enough, I really thought we'd see more Mickey Mouse. I really did.
I did not hear SpongeBob anywhere.
I know, and you got a whole park there.
2 whole parks, actually.
1 park, 2 parks. Yeah. Yeah, so that was our poll for this week, and thank you guys for responding. We're not doing a poll next week. We're likely going to have a big show next week. Maybe. There's a chance.
Wait. There's a big one. There's a big one's missing. There's a really, really, really one missing.
Hold up. Let me think. Oh my God! Don't say it. Please.
What? Do you know what I'm going to say?
Maybe. I think we might be on 2 different paths here. Say what you're going to say.
Mr. Six.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, that's a good one. I thought you were going to say Peanuts. But
no, well, I mean, they're very relevant. We know that.
No, all right, I'm not even. Nah. But again,
Mr. Six, man. Yeah. Mr. Six is the most iconic. I think that is the.
But I guess
most
we didn't
iconic.
get one because it's not a current mascot.
That's true. But that's the thing, though, is people still know that.
Yeah, sure.
Six Flags
but I think that's probably
Six Flags
why
really needs to bring that character back.
Mm-hmm.
Really
all right, so again, next week we're not going to have a weekly poll. We plan on having quite a possibly big show. Might be this week, might be next week, whatever. Not this week. It might be next week. It might be the week after. We don't know quite yet. So that's tentative. That's not a definite. Yes, we're going to have a big show next week. But in preparation for that, and the fact that we don't want to do a weekly poll, so it's kind of a Christmas gift to ourselves. We're not doing a weekly poll next week. All right, so thank you guys so much for listening. Again, it was kind of a short show. We realized that. Actually, it ran about the same time that our show did last week with Timmy, but we won't speak of that. If you want to answer the weekly poll, which you can actually, so hold up, I'm gonna delete that part. I could have gone with that, but it's okay. If you want to answer
I'll let you just finish it out.
Okay. Again, no weekly poll, so we're going to go straight to, if you want to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, @Kosher Talk Pod is how you can do so. Just search it up there on the social media platforms and you'll find us. YouTube, Kosher Talk Podcast, 3 separate words. You can subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Contact us, koshertalkpodcast.com/contact, or email the show, james@koshertalkpodcast.com/podcast. What am I talking about? What does that even mean? Let me just restart that. /podcast. I'm so tired. But I'm going to go watch a movie after this.
I was watching Polar Express.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Follow us on social media. @Kosher Talk Pod is the username. YouTube, Kosher Talk Podcast, 3 separate words. You can subscribe to our channel on that platform. Contact us, koshertalkpodcast.com/contact, or email the show, james@koshertalkpodcast.com, or bob@koshertalkpodcast.com, with any comments, questions, concerns, feedback, or if you want to leave an audio file with the show like the Tumblebug did this week, because we really appreciate it. We'll actually give out prizes. We're giving out prizes up until the end of the year. Well, we're thinking probably later on in January we'll give out prizes for audio files we get sent in and that we feel... God damn it. That we... I hit my microphone. It just shook. All right. Probably later on in January, we'll give out prizes for audio files we get sent in that we feel embody the spirit of what we're looking for. It could be making us laugh, could be making us cry, could be making us think. We've said that every show, but I want to reemphasize that it doesn't have to be one specific genre of audiophile, be it. It can be a wide variety of whatever you want to send us in. We'll really think about it, and we'll really consider and deliberate on who gets the prize once we get them all sent in, and we get to establish our pickings. If you want to, oh my God, our pickings.
I'm so glad I opted not to go on this journey with you.
If you want to subscribe, if you want to purchase any merchandise, koshertalkpodcast.com/shop is where you can find it. We have quite a few fuckers there. Damn it. If you want to buy any merchandise. Oh no. Shut up. I'm gonna have to hang up with you here and record real quick. Oh. If you want to purchase any of our merchandise, you can go to coastertalkpodcast.com/shop. We have some great selections there, I think. If you want to, what am I trying to say?
You think?
What am I trying to say?
You think? I think we have some stuff there. I'm not sure.
Who knows though? Who really knows? Whoever goes there, really. I don't know. You know? I don't know. CoachJackPodcast.com/shop is where you can go to purchase any of our merchandise. And thank you guys so much for listening to this week's episode. We'll see you on next week. Should be possibly a good one. We'll see. If not, it's a bad one, right? It'll suck. Fuck that next week's episode. Could be a good one, it could not be. Who fucking knows? Who cares? Depends on, if we get sleep next week. I don't know. Could be really shitty. I know this one wasn't great. All right. CoachJackPodcast.com. Oh, fuck. I started it too early. I clipped out. Shut up. Shut up. CoasterTalkPodcast.com/shop is where you can go to listen to any merchandise. Fucking listen to the merchandise. I'm just trying to talk too fast. That's my issue here. CoasterTalkPodcast.com/shop is where you can go to purchase any of our merchandise. We have shirts, shoes, dildos. I mean, we got the whole thing. Oh my god, why can't I get through this? This is driving me crazy. Shoes, what am I talking about?
When did we start selling shoes?
I don't know. Oh my god. I gotta go to the shop and just see what we got on there so I can say it, because I forgot. Jesus Christ. Happy birthday, man. Sorry I have to see this on your birthday. But... Alright, what do we got on here? Bag. I think tote bags. CoasterTalkPodcast.com/shop where you can go to purchase any merchandise. We have shirts, hoodies, masks, phone cases, stickers. The whole shebang is there. Thank you guys so much for listening to this week's episode. We should have a pretty great one next week, we hope. That's, again, still tentative, but we'll see. If not, it'll still be a good one. We'll see you guys next week, though. All right, there we go. God. I almost fell into the trap again, but I was like, I want to say, that's what I want to say, but it's not coming across well. I don't want to be like, we could have a good one, but it could be a shitty one, but but I do want to say, there's a chance that we have a great episode next week, so tune in for sure. Woo!
Yeah, we'll see how we'll
see if we can pull it out. All right. Whoopsie. There we go.
What was that all about?
That was about me closing your pop-out tab. Because I don't. But now the live stream can't see you. All right. Merry Christmas, Mike. Get you all a good night. I think we should end it there because I want to go watch a movie.
Yeah.
Goodbye, everybody.
Yep.
Goodbye,
good night, guys.
Tumblebug.
Merry Christmas.
Okay, coasters. Everybody, goodbye. Good night. Good night.